UNICEF is warning that schools in Haiti are increasingly at the mercy of gangs, with children becoming targets of robbery or ransom. The agency said Tuesday at least 7 schools in the capital of Port-au-Prince have been forced to pay unidentified gangs in exchange for security in the past 2 months, and that additional institutions have also been threatened. The warning comes days after authorities said gang members killed a university professor that they had recently abducted. In addition, U.S. and Haitian authorities are still trying to secure the release of 17 missionaries from a U.S. religious organization who were kidnapped on October 16th near the capital. Ethiopia's government declared a national state of emergency Tuesday as rival Tigray forces threaten to move on the capital and the country's year-long war escalates quickly. The United States said security has, quote, deteriorated significantly, and it strongly warned its citizens to consider leaving. The emergency declaration by Ethiopia's Council of Ministers was the clearest sign of alarm yet from the government of Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, who a year ago this week allowed soldiers from a neighboring country to invade the Tigray region and pursue forces alongside Ethiopian troops. Thousands of people have been killed since then. The state of emergency takes effect immediately and will last for 6 months. The government can impose a curfew, order citizens into military training, disrupt transport services and travel, suspend licenses of media outlets, and detain indefinitely anyone suspected of having links with a terrorist group. Afghan health officials said at least 19 people were killed and more than 50 wounded in an attack on a military hospital in Kabul on Tuesday, the latest atrocity to rock Afghanistan since the Taliban seized power. The Taliban's rivals, the Islamic State group, claimed responsibility for the gun and bomb assault in the center of the capital. Islamic State Khorasan, or ISIS-K, said in a statement on its Telegram channels that, quote, 5 Islamic State group fighters carried out simultaneous coordinated attacks on the sprawling site. The attack got underway when a suicide bomber detonated his explosives near the facility's entrance. Gunmen then broke into the hospital grounds, firing their weapons. ISIS have claimed 4 mass casualties attacks in Afghanistan since the Taliban takeover on August 15th, including suicide bomb blasts targeting Shiite Muslim mosques. Advisors to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention on Tuesday unanimously supported broad use of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine in children ages 5 to 11, with shots potentially going into young arms as soon as Wednesday. They said the benefits of vaccination outweigh the risks of the vaccine. Much of their discussion stemmed from rare cases of heart inflammation that have been linked to the vaccine, particularly young men. The U.S. government and Pfizer have already begun distributing the vaccine in preparation for a widespread rollout for children, many of whom are back in school for in-person learning. Earlier this week, the White House said the United States has enough supply of the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine for all 28 million children aged 5 to 11. Only a few other countries, including China, Cuba, and the United Arab Emirates, have so far cleared COVID-19 vaccines for children in this age group and younger. And leaders at the COP26 Global Climate Conference pledged on Tuesday to stop deforestation by the end of the decade and slash emissions of the potent greenhouse gas methane to help slow climate change. The second day of the 2-week summit in Glasgow, Scotland, also saw some overdue moves by wealthy nations to provide long-promised financial help for developing countries worst hit by global warming. More than 100 countries joined a U.S. and EU-led effort to cut emissions of methane 30% by 2030 from 2020 levels, potentially a step in stemming rising temperatures and averting even greater damage from intensified heat waves, droughts, storms, and flooding.
Hi, thank you for watching. I hope the videos are useful for you. Please subscribe to my channel using the button below.